Hi, my name's Keith Cooper of Northlight Images, and this short video is just a quick book review. I'm an architectural industrial photographer. I photograph stuff. I do commercial photography. I don't do portraits and the like. However, the book I'm going to have a quick look at here is called People I Shot, subtitled Who Shot Me in Return, Fundamentals of Photojournalism, David Lewis-Hodgson. Now, this paperback version, this is a large print version, so very easy to quickly read through despite the size of it. It's a nicely written book. The guy here was a photojournalist in the 1960s, and the book is interesting to me for several reasons. It says about photojournalism. Now, photojournalism is a subject I don't cover at all, and I'll admit I know very little about. But I do like reading about other types of photography, and I did find it interesting from a photography point of view. First of all, it's the 1960s, so everything's about shooting on film, and the guys using Nikon cameras. Some of the difficulties that we just don't face these days, given the sensitivities of film that you could get, lighting conditions, and how you would get with stuff there. So you might shoot fast film 400 ISO, or push it to 1200 in development, whereas comfortably with this camera here, this Fuji, I can shoot this at 3000, 5000, 10,000 ISO for the kind of images you might want for this. Secondly, it covers a form of photojournalism that you perhaps don't see these days. There used to be lots of magazines which had photo stories in them. And we're not talking about sort of press photography where you go out and take one or two photographs. These are where you have a longer approach to getting the story, and you build a sequence of photos which makes a story, and a story that you can sell to magazines. Now, it's a business that doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't mean, though, that I wasn't interested in the thought process behind the photographs. It's nicely done. It's all lots of photos in it. They're all black and white, but then you'd expect that from these days. So some photographs, some kids racing miniature racing cars. It talks about some of the social changes in the 60s. And it also covers, and I won't spoil it, as to why he gave up photography and went into an entirely different field at a certain point. Fascinating book to read. I would say if you're interested in the history of photography, different types of photography, it's not an expensive book. It's the sort of thing I sat down and read over, with several cups of coffee, and it's a good read. It's nice. So there we have People I Shot Who Shot Me in Return, David Lewis-Hodgson. It's not going to teach you everything you need to know about photojournalism, but it's got lots of little nuggets of information about. A simple example, if you're shooting, and I have done this, if you're shooting when a video is being filmed, or there's a film being made, or there's a production going on, how to approach things, how not to annoy the talent, how not to annoy the director and all the expensive people, keeping out of the way yet getting the pictures you want. Yeah, interesting stuff. Have a read. Good one for the birthday or Christmas list if you know a photographer. I don't think many photographers wouldn't appreciate reading something, certainly older photographers who may even remember the 60s. I remember some of the 60s, but not earlier 60s like this. But anyway, interesting book. If you've got any questions, let me know. I put links in the notes to it, but I'm going to be covering a few more books like this. I've got obviously all the books behind me here, my collection of books, and I regularly pick out books and have a look at them and what they're useful for. So thanks for watching. Hope you found it of interest. Cheers, bye.